Hello my crafty friends, welcome back to my channel. This is Lisa, Paper Lace and Bling, and we are doing another installment of G45 Voyage Beneath the Sea. I have to remember which one I'm working on. Okay, so we did the first page, and the only thing I wanted to tell you about this first page is that on the front and the back page, I am going to have the die cuts, but I'm going to have to do a lot to these to get them ready. I am going to, I've cut enough for one on each, and I'm going to do it like this. This is the leftover from this side here. Can you see how that would fit right in there? So I'm going to be putting both these, you know, quote-unquote waves on these sheets, okay? So I won't decorate until I have these done, but I am going to do at least 2 thicknesses, and I'm going to glossy accent on both sides, and then they will get glued down. Because, you know, when people flip the pages, they come here. And if this is going to be there, these are going to get really beat up. So they need all the help they can get. So anyway, so that is what I'm doing there. We are going to start on page 2 today. Yay! Now, one of the gals that's in the collaboration did a sneak peek. Don't know who it was. And it was for a journal. And in the journal, there was this 12 by 12 page that was down to 3 little flippy flaps. It was really cute. Gave me an idea. So, I've got my paper and the pre-cut paper, but I am going to get an actual 8.5 by 11 page out for this one. Okay, so I'm going to put those off to the side and my scraps off to the side, because right now I'm not going to be using them. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this up. Now, this is 11, 5.5 is the center, but I want to have 3/8. 1, 2, 3. I want to have 3/8 in the center instead of a half. So, I'm going to start my page at 5.25. And this is right at the end of where this hits, so you just have to be a little careful. You actually don't lose a score line at all. You can use the 1/4 and the 3/8 on this. It's just the 1/4 has the curve, so you have to kind of be a little gentle with it that way. And now I want 3/8, so 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to do it the 5/8. All right. So there is the beginning. Now, we're going to flip it to the side. So we have the 8.5 across the top. And we're going to score at 2 inches. Whoopsie. Going to score at 2 inches to the score line. And then connect back with it. So I'm not scoring the gusset. Okay? A 1/2 inch down. So I just want you to kind of get to your gusset and make a little mark about a 1/2 inch down. Okay? Then we're going to come here and we're going to score at 6.5. So it's 2 inches up. Just to the score line. And then you're going to again find your 1/2 inch there. All right. So that, I believe that's all. I'm just kind of doing this just because I saw it. I never watched a video on how to make it because she didn't show it how to make it, but I think this is close enough. It's not being 3. Oh, excuse me. I do need this to be shorter than this one, ever so slightly. This is page 2. So this is 4.5. So I need both of these sides to be, so I'm going to do from here over the first score mark, I'm going to line up at the 4 3/8 mark and cut off. I hope that makes sense. And then I'm going to flip it around and do the same thing. Come to the, put my very first one I come to from this side at the 4 3/8. You can feel it when it goes down into the groove where, you know, you score it in. Okay. So now we have our page ready for us to play. We love to play. Okay, so I am going to cut down completely off this score mark all the way down to the bottom of the score mark we made going across. Same on this side. Completely cut off the score mark all the way down. Okay, we're going to do the same on this side. Okay. Now you can do one of two things. If you want to, you can pull both of these forward and glue them down. I don't think it's necessary. So I'm just going to try and cut them the best I can. You just want to get your scissors straight and cut them off. Okay, these I think I'm going to go ahead and throw away. Okay, so that's where we are right now. See, we've got a 1/2 inch down from the score line on both. So now I'm going to go ahead and fold. Make sure they're nice and straight. Give them a good burnish. Then fold these. I've been getting inspired watching all these other ladies do stuff. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and fold this score line. And I'm going to fold this. That is actually hanging over just a smidge. So I'm going to okay, let's see. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to score this score line. And I'm making sure that it's nice and straight on the sides when I fold this over. Okay, so there's that. I am going to take my deco and I am going to do all of my corners. Let me do my outside ones and then I'll show you with a 1/2 inch or 3/8 of an inch folded in. You can get the deco to do its thing. Okay? You have to have at least 3/8, because that is how pretty much this is, just slightly less than 3/8. So I fold over this way so that the one I want to do is on its side of the score line, and we're just going to, there. Now that's a little bit more of what it looked like. Okay, so now the next thing I want to do, and I think this, I'm going to cut these score marks off of here. So this was a boo-boo piece. Yeah, and so is this, but I'm going to use them. I'm going to use them. Okay. So let's see. So I'm going to have it the same length. Okay, so I think that worked. Yes, it did. And then I need another one that's about the same. Just, that's not wide enough. Is this one wide enough? Trying to use up all my scraps. Oh, this is perfect. Okay. And I don't think I need it. I don't know how deep I need it yet. So I am going to take both of these and I'm going to clip them together. Okay, got them all clipped together. Move this out of the way, and I am going to get my template that I made, and it is here somewhere. It is here somewhere. I just had it in my hot little hand. Really? Wow! Not there. Holy Hannah. Let's see. Where's my template? Where's my template? Ah! Buried when I got my piece of paper out. Okay, so on these, I want to have, let's see, I think maybe I'll do it this way. Right on the tips. So on these, I want to have this little piece. Let's see, let me try and find the center here. Okay. I'm going to actually remove this one because I can't. And I'm going to remove this one. Okay. I'm going to put, they're still lined up. I'm going to go ahead and put this back here. And I'm going to cut this out. Not a lot of work, no expensive pieces needed. Don't have to have any dies, die cutting machines, just a template. And back when I first started crafting, there were templates for everything. And then those got all passé because people, you know, were buying the machines and all the die cuts. And as I have, not saying I didn't do it. I fell right in line. But now a lot of the journal makers and mini album makers are like, oh man, I wish I still had all those templates. There we go. Okay, so now I have two exactly the same. And it doesn't matter whatever your top or your bottom is, because at this point they're both the same. So now I want to figure out how far down I want it to come on my pocket here, which I am going to go ahead. No, I think I'm going to leave it for right now, because since I'm just going to glue these down, it's a whole lot easier to put your paper in first and then glue them down, because the glue can glue unevenly, and then when you go to put your paper in, you have to cut it smaller and smaller and smaller, and you end up with huge. So just wait on doing your bottom pockets until we have what we're looking for. Okay, so I think I'm going to have it come down. So at the bottom part, it's 3/8 to a 1/2 inch, but I'll tell you, and I'm going to make this about a 1/2 inch up onto here, because I'm going to make a little tuck spot at the top for some little things, because I have so many little things to use up. Okay, so cutting. I have my little guillotine cutter out in the living room, which my husband loves that I take over the house. Right now, I have taken over the house. It's not clean. I mean, excuse me, it is clean. It's not dirty. My house is clean, but it looks like Christmas and Nautical threw up everywhere. Yeah, I have both going on right now, so yeah. Okay, so let me tell you what the final measurement is for this. And in total, it goes up to about 1 5/8. Okay, so from here, this middle one is actually a little further down than the other two. It's no big deal. It looks very cool. So I'm just going to set this right into a match and draw a line and cut. Easy peasy. I could have cut them both at the same time had I not been chatting. But you know, that happens a lot while I'm on here. Okay, so these two pieces are still, and that one, they're still usable, so we may find something to do with them. Who knows? Okay, love the template. All right, so I am actually, let me go ahead and show you, and let me put a piece of something underneath. Okay, so I'm putting about a 1/2 inch at the top and just about a 1/4 inch covering, you know, over this at the edges. Of course, it comes down further from the 1/4 inch, because here is where I'm going to put something that you will stick this under, and that will be our closure. Okay? So I am going to put glue right across the bottom. And I'm going to line it up with my bottom piece and lay it down. Okay, I'm going to catch my sides. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this other side. Let's put the glue down. That was good. And then I'm going to line this one up with the one I just placed down. So I want to make sure. There we go. And then we're going to catch the edges down. So now we have a little tuck spot, a little piece of chipboard, but we've got a little tuck spot here. It's, you know, 1/2 inch at best. So it's just going to be for a little jobby, you know, just some cute little something. And it has the bubble bottom. I did get a little bit of glue-ooage out, so we're gonna clean that up. Okay, so we're gonna wait to decorate this before we put these pockets down, and then this will be decorated, and of course I will show you how we do that. And then I will be decorating the piece we just added on and decorating the top. Would it have been easier to do the same thing? Wait until we decorated this top piece into the pocket? Yes, but you know, you can only do so much, so it's going to be fine. And I also have 3/8 of an inch to play with, so we will be able to decorate these up. If we want to do like the file folder closure with the string and twirl it back and forth and have charms, super cute. Okay, so let's find page 2. I think, yeah, this is page 2. I should probably write that on there. And you can put this anywhere in here you want. If you want it at the bottom, to, you know, kind of set these at the bottom, you can do that. You can have them set at the top or center them. I'm not really sure yet. I have to figure out. I think maybe if we set that at the bottom. I was also thinking if I put a page in between. I don't know. I don't think so. Oh, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. I don't know why. Well, yeah, I do. Because it's 6 o'clock. And, yeah, it's getting to be nap time, which I don't know why. I don't take naps at 6, but between 5 and 7, I get really sleepy. Too late to take a nap, too early to go to bed. And then other than that, I don't get tired much at all. Okay, so this is 3/8 of an inch. I actually could take another page, because I'm looking at it, you know, here. I don't know if you can see. I actually have room. I've got almost 1/4 of an inch. So I think I'm going to take a page that is the same size as this one, minus about 1/4 of an inch. Let's see. That is going to require one of these pre-cut pieces of paper that I have. And so I'm going to lay this one, I already know it's the right height. I'm going to lay this one across here. I'm going to bring it in about 1/8 of an inch. I'm going to mark where my score lines are. And I'm going to make sure that my score lines run in between those two, but right there. And then I'm going to mark this side about 1/4 of an inch, not quite, 1/8 of an inch in. Okay? So, one good thing about this is we can do it all at the same time. But I am going to have to open it. Open sesame! There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put my line where I'm going to cut it. And I'm going to go ahead and cut. And then I'm going to position myself where I can get a cut line, a score line in between. So I'm looking for it to be larger than this one and smaller than the 1/2 inch. So that's where I'm at. So can you see? There's my mark, and then next to it is the score line. So I'm going to do about the same thing on this one. But then I want to make sure that this is going to fit in between. And it is. Yeah. So I'm just the inside. All right. And I've already cut it. Okay. So let me go ahead and erase these lines. And there's just a smidge on that. Okay. So let's... Now, it just occurred to me when I looked. I said, you know, I don't think I've said that in a long time. Make your mountains into valleys. And that's, I think, the more the way that most people do it. I think some people, as a rule, do it the other way because they like it better. There is no right or wrong way. I find that this way looks a little nicer. Sometimes you have to take the point of your, you know, of whatever you've got and give it a little play. But yeah, it's turn your mountains into valleys or turn your valleys into mountains, where, you know, where whatever end you're looking at. Okay. Oh yeah. Very nice. And totally short enough. That does not look all that straight. Maybe it's just because it's not set down in there. All right. So there's that. And then this. And I believe I'm going to put this down at the bottom. because what I might also do is put pockets on both of the outsides and put for big tags and have the tag decorated on both sides. That would look really pretty. That would look really pretty. So that is going to be page 2. And we can, which I don't think I did in the first one. I think I just stuck it there. But we can totally glue these down. I will be putting my little brads. I will be putting the brads in. Okay, let's make sure it's still in the center. Yes, and there actually is a teeny bit of room here. So, yeah, we are away from the score line everywhere you look. And flip this one. And then there's this one. I'm just giving them all a good score. And let me give this one. I don't think I actually scored this one down. Okay. So there's that. I know what top is, and I'm going to put that down here. I want it to, yeah. Okay, so on this one, I'm going to put the glue just on the back here. You can double side tape this as well, but since I'm going to be putting the brads in, I don't think double-sided tape is needed. Alright, trying to make sure I keep this in the center. Yes, that's very nice. Very nice placement. Let's move that over down at the bottom. Just a sniggle. Sniggle, snaggle. There we go. Super cute. Super cute. Okay, guys. So we have... And I might be adding more pockets and all kinds of stuff to this, but this is just the initial build. I have to kind of wait and see what it all looks like with my waves on it. So I will try and have the waves done for next video so we can start. I don't want to put them on, but I can start, you know, doing a little bit more. I don't know. I might have to put them on so that I can, if I'm going to do a pocket on the front or a pocket on the back or whatever. But I can play with the inside all I want. So that's why we're not doing anything so far on the fronts and backs. So we have one page. We have another page. We have, I'm probably going to put a pocket on this side. I just don't know yet. And then we have where we're going to be able to flip this up, and there's going to be a pocket there, and we have little tuck spots here, and that's on both of those. Flip that around, and then we have another page and another page. Lots of opportunities for good picture making because this is 4.5, so a 4x6 is going to go on here perfectly. And what I might do on the fronts of all of these is actually frame, you know, do a frame so that you would put a 4x6 on the front. But all of these now are going to be great for pictures. The tag that I put in there will probably be large enough that you can put a 4x6 on it, or at least a close 4x6. Yeah. All right. So there's page 2, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. And we are starting to fill it up. Yes. The only other thing I'm going to do, now that this is kind of dry, I did not put top and bottom. I thought I did, but I didn't. So I think, because, you know, you never, yeah. So this is top. So I'm going to lay this from the top to the bottom. Center it. And I put my hole punch away, so I'm just going to make sure my pencil mark goes through. Yep. Okay, so I have my 3 pencil marks and no pokey tool. So I will go and get my pokey tool, and then all I'm going to do is put 3 of these through there. And that'll be it for today, guys. Thanks so much. I hope you do something that you love doing today. It makes you happy and finds you joy. And take care of each other. Bye.